Okay, in this tutorial we're going to look at using some lives, winning and losing, or having and losing lives. And to do that I'm going to create a new object. And this object is going to be completely invisible, but it's going to be object, and in here I'm going to have I'm going to call it set game, because in here I'm going to have lots of different sort of settings. Now the first event within this object is when the game loads, I want to set the lives, and that's in score. And then I can drag in and put in how many lives you would like to begin with and click OK. So I'm going to give Mario 3 lives, and also in here I'm going to, when the game loads, add in the score caption. So this little bit at the top of the screen, it will show the score, and at the moment it says show lives don't show. Well, I'm going to change that to show, so it will show 3, and then I'm going to click OK. Click OK again, and now I need to make sure this object set game is in the room. So I'm going to go make sure it's selected and then just pop it in the top there out of the way. So you can see it's just there. So when I run the game, that set game object will be in there. Now the reason I've done it as a separate object here rather than perhaps just adding it into Mario is that I can then carry the lives forward into another room if you didn't want to reset them each time. Okay, next thing we need to do is get Mario to lose lives if he hits the enemy. So open your object Mario. So if he has a collision with my enemy Bowser, I'm going to go to my score and I'm going to set my lives again, and this time -1. And of course you should tick relative here because we want to -1 from however many lives that he's currently on, and -1 each time from the previous. And also what happens when you lose a life in platform games is they go back to the start. So that's in move, and you can see here jump to the start. Okay, and click OK there. So at the moment he collects coins, he gets scores. Now he can lose lives. So let's just test this now to see what happens. So I should start with 3 lives and no score. That's my caption up there. As I jump, you can hear my sound effect that I've added. I wonder if you've added yours. Now what happens is when I hit Bowser, or when Bowser hits me, I lose a life at the top there and I go back to the start. Now what we haven't done here is, of course, what should happen when I've got no lives left. Okay, so of course that's the next step. So I'm just going to close this down here, and what we need to add into our Mario here is of course an event which will do something when lives are equal to 0. Now the best way to do this, I would suggest, is to have another room, and in this room we'll have, you know, something or other, but for now I'm just going to rename this room and I'm going to call it game over room, let's say, for example. And I can set this up with objects to restart the game, okay, or to perhaps do other things, or to exit the game, but at the moment it's just going to be blank. So basically what it will allow me to do is add an event in here, which is an other event, and in the event that there are no more lives, we want it to go to this game over room. So main one, different room, go to game over room, whatever effect you like. And then obviously you can set that room up how you like, but it will always be there. You can go to that room from each of your levels. So when I press play now, let's go and lose some lives. Just hit Bowser 3 times. It then takes me to this room. So here we can set it up so that we've got some buttons to press to restart the game or to exit. Okay, so go and have a go at setting up your lives.